What's up everybody, I'm Sam from Antidote Audio, and today we're making some killer basses using vocoder and Ableton. I've hinted at this technique in a couple of tutorials before. I'll bump this up to 150. So for the vocal, which is our modulator and our vocoder, it doesn't have to be a vocal to be fair, but to get those vowely, growly sounds, probably best to use a vocal. So for this instance, I recorded just a little vocal of, you know, our favorite Katy Perry song. Swish, swish, bish, another one in the basket. Let's be honest, I have no idea why I did that. Yeah, I just spent a good half an hour fucking working on something and I was just like, nah! That's got a lot of breathy parts, that should sound great for what we're doing. I was about to say good, but I changed it to great. That's how I roll. Yes! Vocal chop, Serum, vocoder, booyah. Now this is the part where you utilize all of the hundreds of thousands of heavy bass presets that you've compiled over the years. Load your heftiest bass and let's go from there. For this example, I'm gonna do some growls. This is a free pack. I'll leave the link in the description if you want it. We want a modulating bass, none of this kind of like a talking almost, really distorted kind of. Yeah, something like that. And then we're gonna go back into the vocal and then we're gonna check on our brilliant vocoder effect. We're gonna set the carrier to external, which is gonna be our Serum. Good solid vocal chop foundation. Could be other things, but vocal chops typically work great. And a gritty Serum bass. We haven't even chucked OTT on this vocoder yet, so. You just know it's gonna get better, and it did, so booyah. A bit of saturator. Now let's create this Serum wonky bass line. I don't think I mentioned this, but it's a good idea to mute the Serum since we don't want to hear the actual bass since it's being passed through to the vocoder. Oh, we haven't even got to the best bits yet. Enhance, bands, 40. Maybe not. Once we got 4. Where's the sweet spot? The thing is with the vocal, when it changes notes, it changes sound, it changes whatever words it's saying, it's going to change up the bass as well, which gives it some super unique characteristics and sounds so good. So we've got the same pattern basically doing every bar, I think. But since the vocal chop loop is changing every bar, it's going to give us some different results when we listen to it back, I guess. Sounds crazy. And you just took a sub bass under that and boom. But I do want to try one thing because I know FM8 sounds so good because of that FM goodness. Let's see if we can create something from scratch because it's kind of useless to be like, oh, this sounds cool. How do I do it? I haven't got that preset, so it's just not going to work. So yeah, let's try something from scratch. Even just the stock standard FM8, one oscillator. I don't even think you call it an oscillator if it's an FM. I think you call it like an operator. All right, let's link this bad boy. See, it's sounding banging already. Let's create some envelope, some craziness. Boom, boom, boom. Let me say, way-oh, way-oh. Alright, change this waveform. I feel like it's trying to communicate to me. It's like... Oh, some of those sounds like at the end there. I am, don't quote me on this, fairly sure that Skrillex used the classic FM8 vocoded sounds for most of his bass lines in 2011. I'm pretty sure that's how he got his crazy sound. Let's go to master, detune up a little bit, pan up a little bit. Voices. Let's have another waveform going into that. There's no method to my madness for FMA. It's just like crank it, send more FMs. That's probably not even the right terminology. Bit of feedback on it sound. Overdrive, tube amp. And oh, do we risk the phaser? Yes, we do, because it sounds sick. The only thing it doesn't sound is clean. Like, it's very gritty and very like super processed. So yeah, what is even 8,000? What? I blame the vocoder. Maybe we need more bands. No, it's still 8K cutoff. That's whack. Maybe it's a bad idea to make your FM sound wide in FMA. Better just make it wide here. Of course. I could muck around with this all day, but I reckon it sounded better wider. One last thing, because I'm getting sidetracked so easily, I could muck around on these basses all day. I'm gonna load up a sub and Serum and try mimic. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna resample this. Resample, record, make sure that's solo. We're just recording this and turn off the counting. Sweet. All right, so we don't need these two channels at the moment. We want that's pretty much following the bass. Oh, this is our sub bass. I should probably rename that so convenience. Sub bass, simple. What do we choose in the end? Like a sine wave that's slightly rounded. And then basically following the pattern of the wave form for the gritty bass. Delete that, delete that. Command J, consolidate that. And then I'm gonna bring these notes up because if you can hear it at the moment, too low. All right, not bad. I'm gonna group those two channels together, load up an EQ on that vocal resample we just did. I'm gonna scoop the low end out because it's very muddy and yuck. Right, we can hear that sub bass come through. We can hear it even more with some saturation. We just need the high end back. I mean, it's what is that cutoff? Bloody vocoder. Do we do the unthinkable? Clone that. This is gonna sound so trash, but I'm willing to give it a go. Wide noise up here. OTT, so does it sound trash? OTT made it more trash. Oh wait, has that fixed it? Let's do it before and after. I think that might have fixed it actually. So we mute. Right, no frequencies there. The wide noise. Cheeky drums underneath. Yay. Alright, now done. Let's just hear this final creation. I could honestly go on all day. I can't believe the cheating of the white noise worked on the other end, just to like help fill in the frequency spectrum a little bit more. Unbelievable. What an absolute madness. I guess that sums up the tutorial, really. That is nasty. Yeah, if you're trying this out yourself, definitely scroll through your different bass presets. Definitely scroll through different vocal chops. I kind of just stuck to that one because it sounds cool, but change around your MIDI notes. Like, that ending is sick. So yeah, if you're doing it, definitely play around with different presets, different vocal chop sounds. to get it right, and then smash in a group layer with some sub bass. Yeah, fun times. I guess that wraps it up. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a big thumbs up. Really mean a lot. I know I say it at the end of every video, but honestly, it does really help, so appreciate it. I'll see you in the next tutorial or whatever we do on this channel. Have a great day and see ya.